everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna. I am body-oriented therapist, a relationship coach and a yoga teacher, amongst other things. Today I want to talk about body positivity and how to like your body more, because especially as a female, but also men lately have been bombarded with this images of perfect human beings that have been retouched, photoshopped, and like they don't have anything to do with the real human bodies. Yes, of course there are people that are out there that match these standards, but in fairness, most of the people on this planet still have their perfectly beautiful bodies that don't fit standards. That shouldn't be the reason why you're not happy, or you're not wearing your favorite clothes, or you're not fulfilled. As far as I'm concerned, as long as you're healthy and you're well inside of your body, that is probably the body that you need to have, and you should be happy and fulfilled in it. This has been very challenging for me to keep the body positivity. So I'm going to walk you just through my history of dealing with my own body, just to kind of explain it to you from what kind of background I am coming from and why is this so important to me. When I was a child, I was a very funny child. First of all, I grew up with all the boys in the neighborhood, so there was not a single girl around me when I was like year 6 or something, and then I just got to meet other girls in school, but I still continued hanging out with the boys from my street, playing football. And my father, because he wanted to spend more time with me, he would take me to the gym with him. So when I was like 7-8 years old, because I wanted to also, be healthy, and he kind of transferred that kind of idea to me that, exercise is really good for you. So I would be doing whatever I could at the gym, going with him like three times a week or something. And I was really strong. So I was maybe the shortest girl in the class, but I was very muscular. I was really thin. And I remember the first time I actually checked out my wrist and noticed how big my bone here is. You see, like, I'm a very muscular, even my hands are very kind of chunky girl, and I realized like, oh wow, like they're like this and my one is like bigger. I remember even at that age, like it was really hard for me to find like rings or bracelets, not because I was overweight. I was like this, I was really skinny, but really bony as well. So I had this really kind of bony structure of the body, and I remember like in the primary school noticing the girls that are becoming very popular among boys, and they were all like platinum blonde, really thin and skinny and feminine girls, and I was like everything but that. My hair was like dark, almost black, my eyes were dark as well, and I was like playing football, and if a guy was messing with me, I would slap him. So basically that's the way I grew up, and watching the standards of a beautiful woman kind of frightened me a bit. But luckily, like in my family, my father was really body positive, unlike my mother. So in my teenage days, I was really happy with my looks. Obviously, like in the minor school, like when I was like 7th or 8th grade, I had pimples here, and the boys really didn't fancy me that much. But then as soon as I went into the high school and I also became a singer in the band, like my popularity really jumped, and I could date pretty much whoever I wanted at that point. But I never thought that this was because of my looks. I always thought I am interesting, I am, like cool, I have this interest that other people, deem nice, but I never thought I was beautiful. When I kind of reached the 20s, my life was really tough at that point. There was a lot of stuff happening in my family. My brother got married and the family kind of fell apart. My mom ended up in the institution and I started gaining weight rapidly because I was finding comfort in eating, and I was also sleeping a lot, so I wasn't that active anymore. So at some point I think at my worst, I was reaching like 100 kilograms and I am 1.67 m, so that was pretty bad. I was in a long-term relationship at that point, but my confidence really plummeted. But like at that point I couldn't really even deal with that because there was so many other things I had to deal with. I think I was at worst when my mother died the year after, because I was in such a state of depression that I was only sleeping and, you know, doing nothing. The way I dealt with that was with denial. That's my favorite form of coping. So I denied, and I wouldn't even, you know, like acknowledge what was happening to my body until at some point I realized the clothes doesn't really fit anymore, and I was really confused. Why is that? And I was in such a state of denial that my partner had to bring me in front of the mirror and show me my body the way it was, and that was really, really bad for me. You see, when I was a kid, my mother was really obsessed with gaining weight, and I remember her, we were walking in the park and she would point at a woman and ask me, do you think that woman is fatter than me? I was like, you know, with her failing marriage and everything happening in her life at that point, I blamed, or she probably blamed her looks for it. And somewhere in my childhood, I decided to be super, you know, well-dressed and pretty and out there and everything to keep the man interested in me. It was a lot of internal work that I had to do. And then at some point, like after that, I lost a lot of weight and I became fit again. I started exercising, but then I yo-yoed back a bit, never back to the same kind of weight, because I really love food. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love food. So I am now at somewhere like I could probably lose a bit more, but I am more concerned about my health, and I'm doing it in a way that's good for me. After my mom died, I went to keto and I lost like 30 kilos in less than a year, so that was really big thing. At the moment, I am happy with my body and I'm not happy with my body. So I have different days, different feelings, but I try to use different kinds of exercises to kind of cope with that self-image. And just to remember, you know, that all bodies are beautiful, which is tough for me because, look, I based the amount of love that I can get with the way I look and the way I can, you know, satisfy people, the way I can, you know, like keep them interested. And being in my first like long-term relationship and living with a man was really tough, because then I couldn't keep that self-image that high anymore, because, you know, like this man saw me in the morning, saw me when I was sick, grumpy, depressed, you know, he seen me at my highest and lowest. But, you know, like he still loved me and he still thought I was beautiful, so that's definitely a plus. It is tough. It is tough, especially with all the standards, with everything you see around you. When you open Instagram and, you know, you see feeds of this apparently perfect lives, but you never know what's in the background. I have a couple of things that you can do when you feel like your self-image is really bad and you can't really see yourself as beautiful anymore. Because you are, whatever way you look, whatever is happening, you're still beautiful, trust me. First of all, because we're surrounded with so many images of these perfect people wherever we look, for me it works to check out the people that are not perfect. Not perfect, well, by the standards. So I have a couple of options where I reach to just to remember that all bodies are beautiful bodies. You may have more resources But I don't have that much time for movies and television lately because I'm working a lot. These are the things I've seen in the kind of latest in that 2-3 months or half a year. First of all is like a dating show that I did a review of, and it is really good for just seeing all the bodies in front of you in a non-sexual context. So the show's name is Naked Attraction. It's a British dating show, and you can see my video from before, what it's about. But basically you have people in capsules, I think it's 6 of them or something, and you know, you choose them by their bodies, not by what they're saying. Like, so basically you're going from the legs up and they're all naked, including the person choosing the partner. So this was a really good thing for me because I could see these real people naked in front of me, and I was really shocked the way that people would choose other people, and they wouldn't always go for the perfect one, the obvious one. And the other thing is, like, I realized how beautiful these bodies are, no matter the size. It's like none of them was perfect, but they were all perfect, if you know what I mean. The other one is a Netflix show. It's called Sex, Love and Boob. It's basically about partners discovering the way to kind of spice up their sex life, but it also represents human sexuality in bodies and the way they move, in not a really sexual way, but you can see how these real people react to each other and the way they move. There's also like older and younger people, different kind of marriages, and I really enjoy that. Also, if you're a woman, be sure to check the Lovecraft Country. I did a review as well of that TV show, because one of the women there, who is like the badass, has a really curvy body, and I really felt like her body was perfect. It was just beautiful. And I was thinking to myself, why can't I see myself that way when I check myself in the mirror? You know, why can't I say I'm powerful? Like, I have these muscles, they're like here. I can move stuff with my hands, you know, I'm not a fragile little girl that people can play around with. I was never. How the hell did I get to a conclusion that that is wrong? It's not. So basically, these are kind of like the 3 things that I can think of that you can check out. Tell me what you think. I really enjoy them. Now, number 2, there is a practice from Tantra. Actually, it involves a mirror, and I found it really good. Sometimes you're not going to be ready to do it. Like, you know, like you want to come with the best intentions, the best, you know, positive things that you can bring, but if you're not ready, the best thing is you can do it with your clothes on. So you basically need a mirror that's gonna cover your entirety, so you can see yourself from head to toes. You can look at yourself in the mirror, so try to be undisturbed. You need at least 20 minutes to do this, and try to see what you like about yourself, what you like about your style, your hair, your makeup. What is that, you know, like special thing about you? What would you like to do more? Would you like to be more expressive? And check out the things that you don't really like and try to find the things that are good there. Sometimes we say, like, I don't like my belly, but there are certain aspects of the belly that you like, or, you know, this belly like was carrying my child, or, you know, this belly is holding my organs and is keeping me alive. You know, try to find these things, and then if you're and when you're ready, you can move from the mirror a bit and take off the clothes and just do the same with your naked body. You can do this with a partner as well, so this is really good. But if you or the partner are taking on the roles, the other person should just be passive and literally serve as a mirror. And then later, when you finish with everything, you can talk about feedback, but don't make that feedback about, oh, I like your part of the body too. No, it's just the feedback, the way you saw that person, the way that person was expressing itself, and also like the way that body reacted to the words. It's a really great exercise. I have this huge mirror in the wardrobe that I'm using for it, and it was really challenging for me in the beginning because I was so aggressive towards my body. I'm like, oh, I don't like this part, go away. But it's getting better and better. The third thing that you can do, either if you're a female or a male, you can try to look out for your tribe. The tribe is so important. I'm still on the lookout for my tribe. If you want to be part of my female tribe, give me a shout. But basically, the way to get the feedback about the way you look, the way, you know, like to have people to tell you, you go girl, you go man, you know, like to have someone to back you up and that is similar to you, that has like similar principles. I was really shocked recently with one of my students. So basically, I was trying to encourage her to sing more and to stay weird, and at some point she turned around to me and said, like, you know, like you really inspire me as well. You stay weird, you're so cool. I love the way that you are a classical singer, but you don't fit into classical standards at all. And I was like, whoo. I was really blown away with that feedback. It was really amazing, and the female tribe, or the male tribe as well, with the positive feedback and the positive energy is the best thing you can do. That can help you with the body positivity. Also, if the members of your tribe are also working on being okay in their bodies, you can achieve so much. And also to have someone there, you know, holding your back, so important. Anyways, guys, I hope you loved this video. Tell me what you think. How are you with your bodies? If you did like this video, please give me a like and subscribe. And I will see you soon. I love you so much. Bye!